I'm Akasha, and I'm running for class president.
I'm Alexis, and I'm running for vice president.
I'm Lily, and I'm running for vice president.
Thank you guys for coming, and we'll start the 24 class office forum. This is to everyone. First question, what new ideas do you have for class office this upcoming school year? Starting with Akasha.
Some of the new ideas that I would like to present for class office this upcoming school year would be to have more like videos and like trailers to show what's coming up next. So like for an example would be like when we have air bands coming up or rowdy ref and stuff, interesting, fun videos that will like make our members of our like class want to join and do more with us. So yeah.
Next person, Lily.
So a few ideas that I have is something, it's not really new, but they didn't have it last or this year, is like a junior prom. I know it's pretty common. I know it's like a lot of fundraising, but that's something I really want to happen. Another thing I have is something called class hangouts, where we can all hang out like as a class, like outside of campus, because I know everything we do is on campus. We can go like have a barbecue or and stuff like that. That's pretty much it. Also similar to what my other classmates said, is stuff to make our class want to participate more, because we have very little class participation. If I think we make things more fun and advertising, people will participate.
Thank you, Alexis.
Okay, so some ideas that I had was to have monthly flyers to put up around school to spread word about what's been going on. Students can send in like announcements or ideas that they have, and doing this will provide chances for my peers to use their voices. That will help them feel motivated to speak up more often, and they could share their ideas that will better the school as a whole. Another idea I had to bring our class together was by hosting more after school events, like with arts and crafts, or something as simple as playing a few games to help us bond more. Another idea I had was having specifically class of 24 participate in events organized by clubs and class officers. And doing this will provide, like I said, bonding, and will encourage students to join more clubs.
Thank you. Second question is to everyone. Have you been involved in your class for the past few years of high school? If not, why?
Okay, so like I said, I would say I've been pretty fairly involved, both online and in person. Many of you guys have probably seen me around, like selling concessions, helping with like the dances, setting up stuff. I always go up for lunchtime games and just like to put myself out there and help out, even though I'm not in class office right now, to the best that I can. Like when they need the extra help, I'll volunteer, and I plan to continue to do that.
Thank you, Alexis.
Ways I've been involved in school was participating in airband and rowdy ref. I made choreo to all the dances in airband, and I also painted both background posters with the help of two other friends. I'm also in teaching academy, and next year I plan on joining leadership.
That's good. Nakasha.
I would say I have been fairly involved in high school, like my past few years. When I was in 8th grade, I tried out for the cheer team and I ended up making it and being some of the only freshmen on there. Or I also joined the track team like more during the summertime. I also did class office in SVG when I was my freshman year, and I've been doing it my freshman, sophomore, and hopefully my junior year. And yeah, so I've been doing that, and I do things like working on airband with other people, or just working on like practically the behind the scenes class activities with like other people. And I hope I get to connect with more of you guys this year too.
Okay, thank you. Next question. This is just to the vice presidents. How do you plan on leading a class? What visions do you have as vice president of your class? Alexis, you could go first.
Okay. I plan on leading the class by having more fundraisers to raise money for class office to use, because I noticed that when I was helping with airband, a lot of people were taking money out of their own pockets. And by the end of next school year, I see myself, class of 2024, but also the whole school as improved. I believe that together we'll find ways to better ourselves and the environment. My goal is to help my classmates not feel threatened by our peers and have people more involved in school activities and allowing everyone's voice to be heard along with actions being made, because I noticed that a lot of people speak up about things, but not much happens for it. And so as a leader and as vice president, that's those are a few things that I want to happen.
Okay, Lily, next.
So I plan on leading the class. I think the first step of being a leader is to stand up and speak up, which is something I'm really passionate about. I like, not saying that I like, but I feel comfortable going up to the administration. There's never a problem or something. Like, I know we had a few situations in the past, and I wasn't afraid to speak up for my peers. And as a plan, like my peer also said, is money is a huge thing, and the first thing I want to get on is fundraising for our class and making sure that nobody has to put in what they shouldn't have to. But yeah.
All right, thank you. So this is to our president. What is your personal definition of a leader? Okay, Akasha.
My personal definition of a leader is someone who's dedicated, strong-willed, and ready to take on any challenges that come towards them. So I think it could be someone who's very understanding of what people have to say and understanding of what like their opinion is and their ideas and their problems are. And they're able to take that, like not feeling pressure and able to find results for people in a way that's like understanding, and it's like meant for everyone that benefits them and everybody else. Yeah, and someone who's very strong-willed and dedicated to helping other people and not having the fear to put themselves in the way of somebody else, like not having the fear to use their magic, not say magic, but use their power to help other people and not feel or take it in a personal way, and just be someone who's able to help everyone and available to everybody.
Good. Next question to everyone. Why did you choose to run for your specific position? Okay, Lily.
So I chose to run for VP because I feel like they're more hands-on and like more vocal with their peers. And I feel like that's where my strong suit is when it comes to actually working together with my class. I feel like I'm pretty outgoing. I'm pretty outspoken, and I like to get with my peers. That's why I just run for VP.
Okay, we'll go with Akasha.
I chose to run for class president because it's a position that I'm more experienced with because I've been doing it for the past years now. But I also like it because, as my other peers said, it's more hands-on, I feel like, with our class. And it's like it really gives an opportunity to show your personality and show what you want to do to help everyone. And I like to be that person people can look up to. And I feel like I'm a very outgoing person, and I'm not afraid to be on the scene and be more hands-on with everybody and just have the experience of it. So I feel like, yeah, and I just think I'm also dedicated for it because of course we want fun and we want like happiness with each other, but I feel like when moments need to be serious, I can be serious and I can take on a lot of challenges. So yeah.
Awesome. Alexis.
I chose to run for vice president because I'm confident that I'm fit for this role. I could describe myself as determined, resourceful, positive, and I'm also very good at communicating, and those are traits that a leader must have. I'm always willing to learn and listen, and I plan on helping my peers feel heard just as the president does. So, yeah.
Okay. This is everyone again. How would you most efficiently contribute to the school?
So kind of similar to the question before, like about helping out, is I'm never, like I'm not always willing to help out when however I can anyway, like and I plan to contribute the same way that I have been the past few years, just to offer my opinion and what I can, and if they ever need volunteers or speak up for my classmates who feel like they can't speak up, I know some people are scared, and I want to be that voice and that, I don't know what the word is, but to speak to the higher people.
Okay, thank you. Akasha?
The way I think I can most efficiently contribute to our school would just be by listening out to people and trying to get all their ideas and like use it in some way to make them feel happy and like, you know, make everybody have peace. Because like being in a class office position, there's some things that we can't do, but I'm trying to do as much as I can. And I just want to be someone you guys can look up to. Um, and yeah, and I also feel like I have a very positive mindset, and I think I can get our class really hyped this year so that when it comes to things like BOTC and all that stuff, we have a really great chance of coming out on top. So I think I can really bring my positive mindset to our class and really make it something good.
Okay, Alexis?
I believe I could efficiently contribute to the school by helping my peers feel heard, feel more confident in themselves, which will help with them participating in events and rallies more. And like I said before, I plan on having plenty of fundraisers which could benefit the school, and the students love to buy things such as boba, bracelets, and arts and crafts that everyone makes together.
Okay, good. On to the next question. This is just for the VPs. What makes you the most qualified for this position as vice president of your class? Okay, Alexis, can you start, please?
So, what makes me the most qualified for this position as vice president is that I have a strong work ethic and I'm really good with communication skills. I like to hear out all ideas and take action on realistic ones that I believe could benefit us in the long run instead of making emotionally based decisions. Um,
Lily.
Okay. So I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm better qualified than any of my peer, because I'm really not. But I am. I'd say that I'm courageous and I'm determined to make sure that next year and hopefully senior year is as fun as it can be, but also taken seriously when it comes to the work side. I'm not afraid to stand up for anyone. I'm not afraid to ask if I'm doing anything wrong or how I can help. And I want to make sure that everyone feels safe and everyone feels heard. And I feel like I have a pretty strong ethic, and I know how to make sure I understand what it takes to make sure that everybody feels happy and safe, including myself.
Good. Moving on, this is to everyone. What kind of legacy do you want to leave here at school? We'll start off with Akasha.
The kind of legacy I want to leave here at Independence is that we are like a very high positive school and like a positive place to be around, because I feel like sometimes people make the legacy seem like it's like a negative place or things like that. And I want to show people that we're really here to have fun and we're in it to win it, and we're really a positive place to be, because I don't want cliques and like different groups to become a thing here. And like, I want everybody to feel accepted and okay around each other so we can all have a good time and a good high school experience.
Thank you, Alexis.
um, I would like to leave a mark and create a legacy by creating a club that makes plenty of change or hosting a memorable event that all can participate in, because being inclusive and diverse leaves a good legacy not only to the students that you help to, but to as the school as a whole, because it will set an example for future class officers.
Okay, we'll go with Lily.
So the kind of legacy that I'd like to leave here at Independence is that we are a amazing school, that we know how to have fun, and I want to make sure that everyone feels safe and heard, and everyone is a whole. Like, we're not a separate, we're not divided, we're all one school at the end of the day, and I want to make sure that everyone knows that.
So this is your last question, and this is to everyone. How will you manage your time with extracurriculars, school, and your position? We'll start with Akasha, then our VPs.
The way I will manage my time with my extracurricular, school, and my position, it for me, I feel like it won't be too much of a hassle since I've been in this position for a while now. So I'll try to focus on getting my school done, and then I'm not probably going to face too many extracurriculars this year, but I will be able to work on that on the time that I have with it. So if it's like an after school thing, I work on it then. And then with my position, if it comes to things like airband or it comes to things like BOTC, we're having to make posters and stuff, I'll set up times that everybody can work together in my class office when that like comes to happen. And of course, I'll have school. And I also like to focus on my mental health. So those are things that I will probably focus on directly after school or after my extracurriculars if I can.
Alexis?
I'll manage my time by carefully planning my days week by week using a calendar so that my days don't get mixed up and are carefully organized. I'll take on jobs that I can handle instead of doing more than I could.
Great. Lily?
So the way that I plan to manage my extracurriculars with school and my position is to make sure that I put school first because I am a student, and when it comes to student, I need to make sure that I am on top of that. And as far as my position, I will always make sure that I have that set aside time dedicated to just class office and leadership and anything that means like class off or BOTC or airband or just spirit weeks and stuff like that. I'll make sure I have that time. And extracurriculars, I will make sure that I plan out my days accordingly and go week by week.
And that was our last question. Good job to everyone. And that's the end of your forum.